go to exam technique. So the second thing that you need to know is exam technique, obviously. But basically, if you know how to write a 16 marker, then pretty much the shorter essay questions are going to be a piece of cake. So basically what I would say is that you should write essay plans. I guess everyone says that, but just to be honest, I didn't actually write essay plans, but I think I should have written essay plans. But what I did is basically just revise and try to remember these concepts, because basically this whole revision guide, it's basically an essay plan for you, because it's short. Well, it's not really, but like it's shorter than the book, and it has AO3 points and AO1 points, and that's basically what you need in an essay. So for a 16 marker, you would have, for a normal 16 marker without the case study, you would need around 4 to 5 AO3 points and around the main key concepts. It depends on the question, really. So, but it's, yeah, basically. And then if you have a case study question, so one question that gives you a case and then you have to answer it, make sure you separate. The biggest mistake I made, that I was told many times to stop, is to not put AO2 points within the essay, but to separate it. So one paragraph AO1 point, one paragraph AO2 points, and like one AO3 point per paragraph. Is that right? Yeah. Because if you think about it, it makes sense. If you're an examiner, would you want to, have to search the essay for AO1 points, AO2 points, AO3 points? Or would you prefer that the student did your job for you and separated it, AO1 points, AO2 points, AO3 points? So all I need to do is tick, tick, tick and give marks, isn't it? That's just, it makes sense. Just so think about the examiner. Think from the examiner's viewpoint is like what basically the main point. And yeah, clear separate paragraphs, make AO1 and AO3 points separate, think like an examiner. And basically, examiner reports are really, really, really useful. Now, I never managed to, try it because my exams were cancelled, but from my memory is that the examiners don't exactly like you to use too many IDA points, issues and debates points. So using one is probably the best, and if you use more than one, they won't really like it because it feels like you didn't really revise and you're just using basically the easy stuff. And always, always, always always link it to what the question is about. Don't be vague, basically. You always have to, link it to the question. And if you do that, you're going to get minimum, just the top level essay. And one thing I would say is that don't stress too much about getting full points. Don't stress about getting 16 marks, because for an A star you only need around 76 to 80%. And that leaves you, assuming you get all the AO, short questions right, AO1 questions right, if you lose a little bit of marks in the essays, it's okay. Just make sure that make sure you nail the small answer questions, and don't think they're not important, because they are really important. If you want to not stress about the essay as much, because remembering AO3 points is really just boring. It's just boring, in my opinion. Oh yes, how do you remember names? Names and just really hard, vague concepts. Again, use visuals and use pictures. Let me see if I can find a really interesting word that I still remember to this day. Memory, I think. I'm sorry, I couldn't find it because there's just too many notes, and basically the word was hippocampal gyrus, and basically the picture that I drew I still remember to this day, and I only revised it twice. Basically it was a hippo and a camel in the brain, staring from the brain outside to a virus. So it was hippocampal gyrus, which is just so weird, but I remember it, and I think it was about memory, how processing something. I mean, at least I remember the word, because that word is hard to remember, so I'm really proud of myself. Anyway. So, next is general tips. So general tips is that do not leave notes till last minute. Do it consistently. Aim to revise in 3 stages. So stage 1 is you revise and learn it and you write long notes. Stage 2 is that you write shorter notes, and stage 3 is that you condense the notes. And one method that I used a lot for psychology especially, because I found it especially kind of hard to remember some really boring facts, was to basically do what Unjaded Jade said. Unjaded Jade's technique on blurting, I found that really useful. Basically and you can do it anywhere, just like on the bus or like in form before lessons. Just take out a piece of paper, write down everything you remember, and if you don't remember it's perfectly fine, and just add the stuff that you don't remember. And doing it consistently really helps so much in the long term. And also another like thing to do is like quick mini quizzes. So like in the morning before school, I would just like do this, and then I would look at the topic. Okay, so it says, basically it says parasocial relationships. And so, okay, parasocial relationships that are one-sided, that are about a celebrity and blah 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 blah. And then I look back at it and then just remind myself quickly and then go to school. And so if I do this every day, then it just helps like stimulate the brain around the memory you have, because if you do not use that memory, it will weaken. The synaptic connections will weaken, I think. But yeah. And yeah, research methods are in all 3 papers. You really need to revise it throughout the year. So that was the main thing, I think. There should be a lot. I remember there was a lot more when I wanted to make this video, but I realised that this video is getting really long, and I'm really, really sorry about that. But if you made it this far, thank you so much, and yes, please like, and subscribe, because more videos are coming. And if you need any help with psychology, just DM me on Instagram, join my Patreon if you want, but if you want. And if there's anything else I can help you with, just message me and I will try my best, because that's what I'm here for. And yeah.